Hey everyone, welcome to Chess on the Brain with National Master David Bennett. So I really wanted to take a step back from the 64 squares today and get into things we could do in our life that'll make us better on the chessboard, that'll give us that edge. If maybe you have a bunch of chess knowledge, but something like in the tournaments, maybe you're just getting tired or you're looking for that edge. And I think being in shape, being healthy overall, I think those things can really help us over the chessboard. Not to mention, it'll just make you feel better in life too. So it couldn't hurt. It's a win-win. And actually, the Soviet school agrees with me. So Grandmaster Serper, in his article, The Biggest Secret of the Soviet Chess School, which I really recommend reading. It's a great article. Really interesting history of how the Soviets dominated chess throughout the 20th century. And of course, now with the diaspora after the fall of the Soviet Union, many expatriates from Russia are now in the U.S. And other places. So, but of course, it's still a strong program they have in Russia as well. So here's what Vladimir Kramnik said, who was the former world champion. He said Botvinnik's example, and Botvinnik was the father, they say, of the Soviet chess school, and teaching established the modern approach to preparing for competitive chess. And the first thing he says is regular but moderate physical exercise, and among other things that I would recommend you look at under this article. So that's the first thing he says, exercise. So they understood that. It's really important. Treating chess like a sport is so important. I actually grew up, someone called me the chessler because I was a wrestler and a chess player throughout high school when I got into chess as well. So I think the sort of co-development of those two things, allowing those things to both be part of what made me chess and wrestling, these two kind of mano a mano, like individual sports, one-on-one, really intense, and exercising different aspects of your body and your mind. I think they really complemented each other well. So I've always had this appreciation, going back to karate as a kid, for physical exercise, just staying active. So I think that's really important. But also, I mentioned in how I became a national master, I thought, hey, I mean, these are things that helped me to become a national master after I was struggling so much. And I think one of the things really was the fact that I stayed healthy. And I mean, I've had times in my life where I didn't get as much sleep, was more stressed, things like that, and didn't exercise as much, and I could feel the difference. But when I was oh, that was weird. I just heard someone opening the door. Okay, but when I was, and that was my dog, you probably heard. But when I was, you know, focusing on getting my master's in chess, essentially, I stayed healthy. So as you could read on here, I drank enough water, got enough sleep, exercised regularly. Basically, had a plant-based diet combined with fish. I was vegetarian for a while, but threw in the fish. I think that's a good mix. Maybe a little meat too is okay, but I think you just have to have a balance, not eating too much meat. You know, I don't know about the whole caveman diet. I think it's good to have your whole grains too, and just have a good balanced diet. In addition, I would say this might not be for everybody, but I would say that yoga is really good. I got into it, and Sting agrees with me on that. He hasn't missed a day of yoga in 20 years, according to zmark.ca from Canada. So yeah, yoga with Adriene. I found her on YouTube and I was doing a search once. I'm like, hey, let me try this out. No need to pay for yoga classes, right? I just try this, and it's amazing. I mean, it's great for if you, let's say you're having a rough day, you do this and it just kind of just calms you down. It's like a natural high basically, and you don't need to get a massage or anything. If you worked out, it's good for your muscles. It's just amazing. It has a lot of benefits. Really good for vitality. And also just the process of deep breathing, that can really just help to regulate your body. And you can use that during your chess match as well. I remember somebody from a chess tournament in Italy, really nice guy. He was talking about diaphragmatic breathing. Kept on talking about this diaphragmatic breathing, and that helps to kind of keep you in the zone. Let's say you're in time pressure or something. So no need to freak out. Just got to find your core. So yoga is really good for that. And another thing, I would say don't just bulk up. I'm not saying just go to the gym and bulk up. Don't get those chicken legs, right? Try to be well-rounded as much as possible. That's my advice. I like to run around. I like to run up hills. I like to run in the forest with my dog. So I try to, kind of do a little cross training essentially. And then, so you take a step away from the chessboard, and then you come back to the chessboard. And I think you'll do a lot better when you compete. as well as you'll just feel better in life too. So hopefully that's useful for you. And let me know if you have any other suggestions as to how you can get that edge in chess. And good luck.